Good morning, class. Today we're going to continue with Lesson 6, Language Awareness, Workbook, page 7. So today we're going to focus on modal verb. So a modal verb is a type of auxiliary, which is a helping verb that is used to express ability, possibility, permission or obligation. So ability means kebolehan, possibility kemungkinan, permission kebenaran, or obligation kewajipan. So for example of modal verb is can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, or must. And then what you have to remember is that after modal verb, the main verb must be in base form. So maksudnya verb selepas modal verb tu must be in base form. Ejaan yang asal, no s or ed. For example, she can swim across the river. So can is the modal verb, swim is the main verb. So you have to spell it in base form. She can swim. So the main verb swim is in the base form, not swims, not swam or swam. So you should spell it as swim, the base form, ejaan yang asal. Okay, after every modal verb. So the main modals can, could, will, would, must, shall, should, and may, might. Okay, let's go through one by one. Let's start with can versus could. So these are the differences. So ni beza can and could. Both of them mean boleh. Okay, maksudnya boleh, can and could. So for can, general ability. So I can speak English. Present, okay? Kalau could, general ability in the past, masa lalu. So could be the past tense version of can. So could is the past tense. I could play the piano when I was younger. So in the past. And then can, you use it to ask for permission, nak minta kebenaran secara tak formal, informal. Can I borrow your pen please? Whereas could, you use it, ask for permission, but it is more polite, lagi sopan. Okay, could I use your bathroom please? So could ni lagi sopan, more polite compared to can. And then you use can to request something, nak minta sesuatu. Okay, can you help me please? And then also could, you use it for something that is more polite. Could you pass me the salt please? Whereas possibility, kemungkinan, it can get very cold there at night. For could, it is possibility in the past, masa lalu. Why? You could have broken your leg. So, the difference is that can is in present tense and could is in past tense. Another thing is offer to help someone. Can I carry your bags for you? Whereas could for suggestion, bagi cadangan. Okay, we could go to the movies if you like. And then can, if it's in negative, it is cannot, not allowed. So you cannot smoke in this room. So maksudnya betul-betul tak boleh, not allowed, tidak dibenarkan. You can't go to the party. Whereas conditional of can, if we had some oranges, I could make you some fresh juice. Okay, so could is like would be able to, something that yang boleh buat lah. Okay, these are the differences, but the main thing that you should know is that can is in present tense, could is in past tense, and could is more polite compared to can. So kalau nak cakap dengan lebih sopan, more polite, use could. Right, next is may versus might. So may maksud dia pun boleh jadi sama macam can, boleh. Might maksudnya mungkin, it's like maybe. Okay, might. So uses of may and might is for possibility. So for example, it might rain later, so take an umbrella. You can also use it may rain later. So dua-dua pun boleh guna might or may. Give permission, beri kebenaran. You may have another cookie if you like. Okay, you may have, kamu boleh. You may have. Ask for permission, minta kebenaran. May I borrow your pen please? Okay, usually you use may I. Okay, lebih sopan, more polite. And then express wishes. So kamu nak express permintaan apa? May the new year bring you happiness. And then speculate about past actions. She is late. She may have missed her plane. So ni speculate tu maksudnya dia agaklah apa yang berlaku pada masa lalu, past actions. She may have missed her plane. Kenapa dia lewat? Okay, sebab terlepas kapal terbang lah, plane. So is it may or might? Macam mana bila nak guna? So may and might can normally be interchanged without a significant difference in meaning. So usually kamu boleh je nak guna may boleh, might pun boleh. However, might often implies a smaller chance of something happening. So for possibility, kalau kamu cakap it may rain, so 70% chance tu akan hujan lah, it may rain. But if you say it might rain, there's only like 40% chance. So maksudnya kalau benda tu percentage dia lagi tinggi untuk berlaku, you have to use may. So kalau rasa okay mungkin tak berlaku kot, so you use might. So when expressing wishes or giving permission, only may is used. So kalau nak beri kebenaran, okay, yes you may use it. If you want to ask for permission, may I borrow your pen please? So you use may. Next is shall. So uses of shall to use for suggestions. So kamu nak beri cadangan. So for example, shall I get a pizza for dinner tonight? Okay, beri cadangan kan. Shall I get a pizza? And then you want to offer or volunteering. So that bag looks heavy. Shall I carry it for you? And then instructions, bagi arahan. What shall I do with your mail when it arrives? And then promises, kamu janji sesuatu. You shall be the first person to know. And then finally, confirmation. I shall meet you there at 7. So the modal verb shall is not used much nowadays. So lately lah, sekarang kamu tak guna sangat lah shall. It may still be found in formal speech and some legal documents. So biasanya kamu guna untuk perkara yang formal. So the most common use of shall in everyday English is in questions that offer or suggest. So biasanya kamu guna dalam untuk beri cadangan lah. Shall I, shall we. Alright, next, should. Uses of should. To give advice or suggestion, bagi nasihat ataupun bagi cadangan. Your hair is too long. You should get a haircut. So should, kalau dalam bahasa Melayu, it could be kamu haruslah, kamu perlulah. Okay? And then next, situation likely in the present. Mary should be at home now. Give her a call. So Mary sepatutnya, seharusnya berada di rumah. And then number 3, likely in the future. So prediction. Kamu ramalkan, okay, nanti pada masa depan apa yang berlaku. So you can use should. They should win tonight. They're a better team. So mereka sepatutnya menang. Okay, they should win. And then next, should plus have plus past participle. You should have given your boss the report yesterday when he asked for it. So meaning, you should have given. So maksudnya kamu sepatutnya buat sesuatu benda tu. Tapi usually, the people don't do it. Orang tu tak buat lah. So you should have. Kamu sepatutnya buat. The next, should plus be plus verb ing. You should be wearing your seat belt. We should be studying. Kita sepatutnya buat apa? Wearing your seat belt. We should be studying. Okay, here should versus ought to. Should can be replaced by ought to without a change in meaning. So kalau tak guna should pun boleh guna ought to. Mary, for example, you ought to study more. So it could be you should study more. Sama je, ought to and should. So ought to sounds more formal, tapi ought to tu lagi formal. jaranglah guna ought to. Usually you use should. And then we use shouldn't to advise not to do something, usually because it is bad or wrong. So, kalau should tu sepatutnya buat, so shouldn't sepatutnya tak buat lah. You shouldn't throw your litter onto the street. So, janganlah, tak sepatutnya buat. He shouldn't play with those wires if he doesn't know what he is doing. You shouldn't work so much. Okay, so should sepatutnya buat, shouldn't tidak sepatutnya buat. Alright? Next is must. Okay, must ni, the degree is higher than should. So, let's say if I tell you, okay, you must wear your school uniform. So, maksudnya kamu memang kena pakai school uniform. You must wear. If I say, you should wear your school uniform, kamu sepatutnya pakai. Tapi kiranya macam tak pakai pun tak apa, kan? So, the degree for must is higher than should. So, must tu kamu kena buat, kamu wajib buat. So, it is called obligation, kewajipan, kamu kena buat. So, you must wear a seatbelt when you drive. Deduction, when you certain something is true, kamu yakin sesuatu perkara tu betul. Look at all that snow. It must be cool outside. Okay, kamu yakin mesti dekat luar tu sejuk. Emphasize necessity. So, kamu tekankan keperluan. Plants must have light and water to grow. Strong recommendation. Kamu bagi cadangan lah. We must get together for dinner soon. And then mustn't. So, kalau must tu obligation, kamu wajib buat. So, kalau mustn't tu prohibition. Prohibition maksudnya larangan. So, you mustn't use your phone while driving. Tak boleh guna. Okay, mustn't use. So, we use had to instead of must in the past tense. So, kalau nak tulis dalam past tense, perkara yang dah lepas, you use I had to. You don't say I must. Okay, you say I had to pay my speeding ticket yesterday. So, yesterday kan past tense. So, use had to. So, for must versus have to, must express obligation imposed by the speaker while have to express external obligations. Okay, so must ni. Okay, let's look at the example. Okay, for example, teacher say, you must complete this essay by Friday. But then, so this is imposed by the speaker. Ni speaker yang cadangkan, speaker yang cakap, okay, you must complete this essay by Friday. But have to express external obligations. So, students have to say, we have to complete this essay by Friday. So, external obligation, kewajipan dari yang pada luar lah. External tu maksudnya luar, luaran. Meaning from the teacher. Teacher yang cakap, okay, you have to complete this essay. So, it is more common to use have to instead of must in questions. So, kalau soalan, you have to use have to. Does he have to do the test? You don't say does he must do the test. Usually you use have to. Does he have to do the test? So I repeat. So must versus have to. So kalau must ni arahan daripada speaker tu. Okay, teacher cakap, okay, you must complete this essay by Friday. So ni arahan daripada speaker, from the teacher. Kalau have to, biasanya arahan yang dia kena buat tapi daripada orang lain. So, we have to complete this essay by Friday. So, essay ni siapa yang suruh kan dia complete? The teacher. So, we have to complete this essay by Friday. But usually, it's quite similar lah. Must versus have to. There's not much difference. Okay, so your turn. Open your English workbook. Turn to page 7. Start with practice A. Underline the most suitable modal verb in the brackets. So, gariskan modal verb yang sesuai. Okay, for example, number 1. You, is it may, will or should brush your teeth at least twice a day? So, ni kamu bagi nasihat kan? You give advice. So, what is it? And then, practice B. Gariskan jawapan yang betul. Okay, underline. Practice A. Practice B. Choose a suitable answer from the box. You may use the modal verb more than once. So, pilih jawapan yang betul dari kotak ni. Okay, can, could, have to, must, might, should. You may use the modal verb more than once. So boleh guna lebih daripada sekali. Okay, you can repeat your answers. Boleh ulanglah jawapan yang sama. Right, next. Practice C. So read the text and correct the underlined errors. So kamu betulkan kesilapan grammar ni. Write the correct word in the space provided. So tulis jawapan yang betul dekat sini, dekat bawah ni. Right? So if you have any problems, you can ask me. That's all. Thank you.